Hi guys, just going to go through some hands. I'm in the middle of a bad downswing. Alright, so the story is I lost about 50 buy-ins in a really bad downswing, and then I won 50 buy-ins in like 3 days. I run super hot, so that was nice. And then I lost 60 buy-ins over the course of a week after that, pretty much. It's part of the game. Sometimes it's annoying, sometimes it's not. But in this case, it is annoying. I feel like I'm not too motivated at the moment to play. But I'm trying to go over some hands. I mean, it's not going to be a super strategy video or anything like that. It's just I'm going to go over some hands that I played. And see what we think. So, first hand. So I think they're in date order. Open with the kings, flop the nuts, checks to me, and I make a pot size bet. I'm making pot size bets all the time during this sort of stage of my life, I think. I mean, it's super jury board anyway, so like we can pot here with like Jack Queen, Ace of Spades, any set, any King 10 with a redraw. So it's not like we're just potting kings here, but we can pot so many hands, basically. I mean, yeah, it's top 2 and a flush draw, so it's a super standard hand. I mean, we only had 64% to win, so it's not really a bad beat or anything like that. But if you lose too many of those when you've got the nuts against, like, you know, a draw, and then when you've got the draw you don't get there, it kind of adds up a bit. Nothing you can do, obviously, but so playing 25-50, we're losing like 4 buy-ins to this guy already. 3-bet double suited kings, like, obviously. Massive flop for us. Bet 2/3 pot, flat call. It's a good turn card as we've got king blockers, right? So we check and he bets. And then we do river the straight to the king. We check and he pots it. And his aggression factor is not too high. I can't really see too many hands he bluffs with here. He's the kind of guy that flats aces to a 3-bet when he's only 160 big blinds deep. He check potted the river bluff versus 1/3 pot bet when it went check check on the flop and turn. I mean, we fold here, so he is really ripping Queen 10 or Queen Jack. I mean, but we do have the Queen. But yeah, we actually fold in this instance. But I mean, it's a dream flop for us, pretty much. It's not the best turn, as we can't beat any straights. And then obviously on the river, the straights, the flush gets there. But yeah, by the river we're like pretty far down the bottom of our range, straight to the king. It's not really that strong. So unfortunate run out, I think. So heads up, 25-50, open 10-10-8-9. Get 3-bet by this guy, who's 3-betting a quarter of his hands over 850 hands, which is quite aggressive. So certainly not folding here. Flop bottom set, and he c-bets flop 60% of the time. C-bets turn 80% of the time, and c-bets a river nearly 60% of the time. So he's 3-barreling nearly 1/3 of his hands, pretty much, which is a huge amount once he sees the flop. So we certainly start out with a call. And he barrels again. He doesn't have to have aces or Queen Jack here. I mean, he can have like Ace King. He can have a Queen high flush draw, Queen 10, Queen Jack. I suppose Queen Jack is the nuts. But yeah, you can have a combo draw, pair in the nut flush draw, gut shot the nut flush draw, hands like that. And then obviously, yeah, the sets and the nut straight. So we call one more time, and the river is actually a very good card for us. Now we can beat all sets, as we have the straight to the 10. And then he pots again. So I don't see how we can fold, only because if we had Queen Jack and he's barreling the turn with aces, he always expects us to jam the turn with Queen Jack, right? Because I can get all in on the 10, pretty much. So he can barrel the river with any set here, like kings, aces, even ace king with clubs. You know, he can bet the river for value because we never have Queen Jack, and it's so unlikely we have 8-9. So yeah, we call, and he does have Queen Jack. I mean, just a unfortunate hand for us. So we flat call, super standard. Certainly got to call a flop bet with top pair and the nut flush draw. Sorry, top pair and king eye flush draw. And we turn top 2 with the king eye flush draw, so it's a very good turn card for us. So we check. He bets 3, and we want to raise here. Very much like it's so unlikely he has us beat right now. We have 8 and king, so it's very hard for him to have pocket 8, pocket kings, pocket deuces and 5s are just so rare. So we just check pot it, and he just gets it all in. But of course he does have pocket 8s, so unfortunate. Raise call, suited ace, man. And against the half pot size bet on the flop, we certainly are calling. I mean, there's already 760 in there. We've only got 18 in stacks, right? So we're looking for any good turn card probably to get it in. I mean, we're going to fold on a heart, obviously, unless it's the Jack of Hearts. I mean, or you know, a straightening card. We see what happens, but pretty good turn card for us as we have the nut flush draw and top pair and a gut shot. It's quite unlikely he's going to have 8-9 here. He's going to more likely have the higher straight draws when he 3-bets us pre-flop. So we just lead because, you know, we still have. If he has Jack 10, we still have so many outs. Even if he has Jack 10, we have you know, an ace, a king, a queen, a diamond. So get it all in, man. And unfortunately, he does have the 8-9 with a flush draw. So he had a 2-pair, open ender, and a flush draw on the flop. So just a bad turn card for us. Then we have to get it all in. Open up, double suited hand in the hijack. It's fine, I think. And then we get min 3-bet, and we get 4-bet. Looking at this now, let me see their stats here. This guy seems crazy. This and he's going the wrong way. Oh, this guy seems crazy, and this guy seems crazy as well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't mind just folding, to be honest, but I guess we don't. Just because once this guy min 3-bets, I mean, I don't expect him to ever have aces, just because he can pop more. And then 4-bet. I don't think this guy's going to shove, even though like he should shove. So this guy can reshove and then just like isolate me out of the pot. Maybe I would fold, but I don't think a guy with his stats is going to be doing that, thinking like that. So it's a risk, but we take the risk, and surely enough he doesn't shove with his short stack, even though he definitely should shove all his hands. There's already 980 in there. He's only pretty much got the same amount behind. If he shoves, this guy goes all in. I might fold. Like say I had like, I don't know, king, 4-5, single suited. Maybe I would fold, knowing this guy's got aces. So yeah, we're cool. And shove. We definitely have to go with this hand. We have bottom pair, a flush draw, and a gut shot. And we're up against one pair of aces, one pair of nines. They've got no straight draws at all, no flush draws, anything like that. So we're in massive shape. 64% three ways. 9 on the turn. 5 on the river. No good, man, no dice. You gotta win those ones, man. So this guy, super aggressive, tilts a lot, although recently he doesn't seem to tilt as much, but he's still capable of tilting. I don't know if he's tilting, and he's probably not tilting here because he's winning a bit, but we don't know too much. Because we leave tables and rejoin and stuff like this when we get too deep, I don't know. So he could still be on tilt. But yeah, against his 3-bet and his C-bet here, I think I just raised the flop because we have the 2-pair. You have the ace of hearts as well, which kind of stops him from jamming with the nut flush draw here, which is a good card for us to have. Obviously, we'd rather have the nut flush draw, but that's alright. So we flat call, and then he bets the turn. You know, against the average person, this isn't a stack off, but against this guy, it definitely is. And then it will become apparent why later on in the video. So yeah, we have to jam. And unfortunately, he just does have top set. We're in obviously bad shape. But I mean, once on the queen, we have to get it in because we can hit a king or an 8 as well, and blah blah blah. But just run into the nuts. Open at 3-bet. Definitely going to call. Flop a wrap and a flush draw. It's just like standard no-brainer, get it in. I mean, 60-40, man, all the time. I don't know why I'm really showing you these hands, but yeah, we don't win this one. It's always going to be like that. There's going to be loads of 60-40s, right? So we flop the nuts and we just go for the check raising. Most of these guys are just so loose passive, so yeah, we check pot the nuts on the flop, we pop the nuts on the turn, leaving himself 9 behind, so he's got half a pot size bet left. 8 of clubs on the river, whatever, we shove, and he calls. Oh, and he has a flush, so he's just calling us on the flop with blockers, right? Bets the flop, we pot raise, calling with blockers. Like, what is he hoping to achieve here? I don't understand. 14%. Obviously picks up flush draw and gets there, but calling with blockers, that's just a very interesting strategy. If you can get it to work out for you, then you know it's a really good idea. Open aces, 3-bet, 4-bet. This guy's tilted, whatever, get it all in. Oh, he's got kings, and we have a king, so we're in great shape. Bang. King on the flop. No doubt. We have to lose that one. Crucial. Open, we 3-bet. This guy's mega. Loose, it's the same guy as the last hand, is it? Yep, same guy as the last hand. This is like 3 minutes after the hand before. Open 3-bet. Min 4-bet, right? Loves the min 4-bet. So we obviously have to call with a nut flush draw, right? Bang. Top and bottom pair, nut flush draw. We check, hoping he bets, and he bets half pot. We're just cramming it in, man. Like, we're not slow playing. This guy is just going to pay us off super light. Flat calls. 5 on the turn, not the best card. We're just potting it. And he wants to get it all in with an open ender pretty much. So, calls on the flop with like an open ender. Even though the 9 is not the nuts for him. And there's a flush draw on board. So, yeah. Let's get it all in on the turn with an open ender, why not? Gets there. I mean, this is going to happen in your poker career. I'm just saying. I don't know if I'm really want to be dealing with it too much at the moment. Open up. Open up. 3-bet against loose guy. Probably on tilt. Flat call. Bet. Get it all in. Whatever. 71%. overpair. Jack on the turn, fantastic. You win. Yep. I mean, these aren't like super unlucky hands or anything, but it's just sometimes you have too many of them. It takes its toll on you. Upswings, downswings, you know. Enjoy the ride, but I'm not enjoying the ride at the moment. That's all I'm saying. So, but you know, it's a beautiful world out there. Open up. Jack, Jack, King 8. Get 3 bets. Lovely hand. Flop the overpair with a flush draw. He checks. We bet nicely. He calls nicely. 5 of clubs on the turn. Fantastic. So we have 2 flush draws on overpair. He checks. Whatever. 1 pot size bet. Pretty much. Let's see what he has. Oh yeah, he just called us with middle pair and a gut shot on the flop. Yeah, sure man, sure. Just had 26%. Boom. On a turn he's got 55%. But obviously we can't get there when we've got 2 flush draws. No doubt. So he wins this one. Good luck to you, sir. Ace, ace, king, jack. Looks like a nice hand. Raise 3 bet, 4 bet. Flat call. Finally, we flop a good hand with our aces. I mean, we can't lose this, surely. Huh? You know? Can't lose this, surely. Got overpair, nut flush draw. There's no straights on board, you know? This is just... How can he hit this board by 3-betting us and then calling? He can't smash this board, surely. What has he got? Oh, yeah. Just top set and a flush draw, which blocks our flush draw, yeah? Sure. Sure. Yep, you and that one. Yano. On to the next one. Limper. Gonna punish the limper, right? Open it up. Let me just change this song. Don't like the singing. It's a good song, but too many vocals over my vocals, you know. So, isolated limper. This guy calls in position. Looks mega fishy. So, we're fine with that. This guy, I presume he's a fish. I mean, we're a fish too, so what does it matter? 3 fishes, 1 pot. Let's go. Flop, fantastically. A set and an open ender. Fish number 1, donks out. Fish number 2 folds. Fish number 3 just pots it. Why not? We're like 150 big blind. No, not like 180 big blinds deep, something like this. I don't know. So we're just potting it, man. People don't fold here. So, he calls. Fantastic news. Ace on the turn. That's a blank. Checks. We're just smashing the pot button, mate. Smash the pot button. Right. He's putting in 20 euros here. 60 euros in the pot with 7 euros behind. Let's see what hand he has. Just an open ender, guys. He can win with a queen or a 7. Putting in 30 euros pretty much with 7 euros behind. Bang. The queen. Fantastic. Well played, sir. Those 18%ers really pay off sometimes, you know. It's always worth committing your whole stack on an 18% draw. I mean, it's just crucial. Absolutely crucial for like 200 big blinds. So, no doubt, that one was a fun one. Ace, ace, king, king. You don't see this hand very often. Go for the 3-bet. I think I'm tilted by this point. I'm just losing to everyone. Flop the nut flush draw, 2 overpairs. I don't give a shit. I'm just like, fuck you. Pot. Flat call. I'm just pot. Yeah. You have Jack 10, obviously. I mean, who cares, man? By this point, who really cares? You know? But congratulations to you. This is not a great hand, surely. Open it up, 3-bet. This must be a few minutes after the last hand. Yeah. Literally 1 minute after the last hand before. Open and call. I mean, we flop top pair, gut shot, and a nut flush draw. I mean, not the backdoor nut flush draw. We decided to just bet flop. He calls. So interesting that he doesn't see bet the flop when we have ace. So I think we actually are winning a lot of the time here. But we just decided to check back. I mean, river a straight, which is fantastic. And he checks again. So like, Wow. I think like we're always winning here, right? How can we be losing? So we decide to pot it, and he jams on us. Like what the fuck, bro? So we're cool. He's gonna have 4-6, man. The only hand that beats us here is 4-6. I mean, he has to call our flop bet with 4-6 in his hand somehow. Has to 3-bet. Has to somehow 4-6 in his hand. We have a 4 blocker, right? But yeah. And then he has to check the turn. Then he has to check the river when he rivers the straight. That's just super unlucky, right? Yep. Ah, my favourite hand, pocket aces, against the same guy. Like literally a minute after the last hand. He 3-bets us, we 4-bet, fuck you. Aces. Bang. Not the best flop for us, but I mean, at least we have a gut shot. And you can't have too many strong hands here, I'd imagine. Like, you might have a queen a lot of the time, sometimes he has a flush draw. SPR is like 2.8, so it's kind of tricky. But I don't really want to bet small, like 4, and then he call, and then just bluff a turn that doesn't actually hit him. Might be the better play, I don't know, but I just decided to bet bigger, because like, whatever, right? And he just flops a monster hand with king at 3-6-9. Seems like a reasonable hand to like 3-bet call with, out of position, obviously. Yeah, the dream flop for him. I'm dead on the turn, obviously. I sound very sour, right? I am. I need a break from the game, and it happens, man. It happens to everyone. It's fine to be honest with yourself, you know. I just had a long downswing, then I had an upswing, got back to even, then I had a big downswing again. When it happens that close, when it happens that quickly, like that, a short period of time, I don't think I can be fucked with it, man. I want to play higher stakes, and I want to play less, basically. So, decided to like get a job again, and just play higher stakes, like 1 or 2 hours a day. Then it doesn't even matter. When you put your like whole worth, when you put all your time and like dedication into something that you can't really control in the short term, sometimes it just kind of sucks, man. Anyway, enough of the moaning. Let's see what we can do. So against the same guy here, who's just like one of the last 4 hands in a row. This is like 20 seconds after, this is the hand after the one before. So we're just tilting, I think. We're just 3-betting this hand. We're just tilting. But hey, we finally flop, you know, a monster. We're just putting it because like we're tilting. We've got fucking the nuts pretty much, right? Come on. Yeah, pot the turn. He gets it all in. Of course he has a full house. Pocket threes. I mean, we still have outs, right? We still have 25%. We've seen that 25% can get there. Bang. No dice, man. I mean, even if he has like 10 Jack Queen King, we can still win with a flush. No, he has to have a full house already. Bam. So against this crazy dude, we flop bottom set and a straight draw. We're just getting it all in because, you know, I'm sure we're just doing our pieces, you know. He has top set. I mean, it's fair enough. It's fair enough, isn't it? You know, we still have a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw, right? But, no. It's just not fair. Raise, 3-bet, cool. Flop bottom set. We're just getting it in, man. We're just getting it in at this point. Anytime we flop a strong hand. He has top 2. No, he has top and bottom pair, but we have a set. So it's great, right? And we turn a nut flush draw. So he only has 20% now. Fantastic. We even block the ace for like one of the straights. Nope. You're destined to win that one. No doubt. No doubt, buddy. Raise. Same guy, goes for the 3-bet. We're 4-betting, man. We've got suited ace king. We're upping the variance. We're tilting. We're like, fuck you, whatever. He calls. We flop top pair. It's good enough for us. He just donks into us. No doubt. He has flopped a set on king 6-3. King 6-9, sorry. Rainbow, when we have top pair. No doubt. I mean, 10% on the flop we have. No doubt. Lose this one. So, still tilting hard. Small blind versus big blind. We have to 3-bet this hand, no doubt. He 4-bets us. He looks super tight. So we're actually happy to play against someone that's super tight from the small blind raising into us with 3-betting. Like, he has aces all the time here, right? He has aces like all the time here, surely. We flat call. Boom! We're happy. We know he has aces, right? He just pots it. He has aces. We must be in massively good shape, right? Yes, he has aces. 87%, guys. Fantastic. Oh, what do you know? aceontheriver.com. Huh? Ace on the River. Barry Greenstein. Shit, which hand was I on? I just cancelled the thing by accident there. My bad. Right, we were there, weren't we? Yep. So yeah, aceontheriver.com. Fantastic. What do we have here? Raise calling 6-6 King Deuce. Guys, this is bad. But I mean, I know I'm tilting, man. I just know I'm tilting. But even when I'm tilting, right? I mean, I'm still flopping a deuce. I'm just betting. He's raising. I'm just calling. Wait to see a safe turn card. That's a safe turn card. Even when I'm tilting, I'm still getting it in with 78% equity, man. I'm not even joking. Yeah, he thought top pair, not flush draw. One card left to come. Bang. There we go. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You've got to try and win some of these. Raise. Min raise. Flat call, no doubt. Flop mediocre, right? We decide to lead, and he raises. So I call, hoping to bluff some good turn cards. Now, guys, is that not a good turn card? I mean, 3-4 is like a really likely hand, right? Because 2-5 is there. So 3-4 is a likely hand. We have the flush draw now, but now we have the 3 blockers, right? So check, he bets, and we just pot it like we would do with 3-4. Exactly what we would do. Cool. Pot the river. 1776 into 24. Still a big bet. Calls Queen 5. I mean, it's such a bad call because how do we have a hand that's bluffing here? We have to have call with spades and then check raise the turn when the most obvious draw gets there with 3-4, but he can have 3-4, right? So, because the flop is deuce 5, and he raised us on the flop, so he can have like ace 3-4 with spades. So there's no hand that we're really bluffing with here. But yeah, you must win this answer. We raise 3-bet. Cool. Guy bets half pot. We flop top pair and then up flush draw. We're tilted and we just want to up the variance, even though this is not what we should be doing. I mean, we have a strong hand, right? If he has, when we have a top pair, like, it's hard for him to have pocket kings, even king jack a little bit. Even if he has king jack, right, we have like 9 diamonds, 2 aces, and 2 4s to win, plus like backdoor straight draws. So versus a half pot size bet, I'm just potting it, right? I'm just playing big pot poker. So he jams, and no doubt he just has to have pocket kings, right? That seems fair. So run it out. No doubt, no doubt. On to the next. Raise the limper. Get 3-bet on the button by somebody who looks pretty tight. Pretty tight, 3% 3-betting range. So once this guy calls, I'm extremely happy to call. This guy's going to have aces a huge amount of the time. This guy, I don't have any hands on him, so I don't know about this dude. Oh, there's his hands. Oh, this guy looks pretty loose, man. He's playing 60-20. Only over, I haven't got a big sample, but looks pretty loose-ish, so that's fine. Love this hand to call in position. Well, we're in good position against the 3-better because He gets to act. Then he checks, I check. Then like he's gonna shove. This guy has to decide before me what to do. So I have the best relative position in the hand. So, yep, cool check. This guy just pot jams. We flop massive, man. Top pair and the wrap and a backdoor flush draw. So we jam, he jams, he jams. Nice big pot at 20 PLO, right? Let's see what they got. Sure enough, he has aces. 2 pair. We have the only straight draw. Actually, he has, yeah, we have the only straight draw here. So we're in pretty good shape. Like, if it comes 7, 8, 10, or jack, it's pretty much over. So we have a 46% three ways. It's pretty nice, right? Brick turn, a brick river. So we lose. We lose. I mean, this is just whatever. When you're tilting, it's kind of hard to fold hands, I think. We're just limping here. So we're still playing okay, because this guy's 3-betting 60% of his hands over 200 hands. So I don't even want to get 3-bet with this hand, so we just limp. Cooler raise. This guy's playing 90, 80, 60. So he's playing 90% of his hands. He's raising 80% of his hands in the small blind, like on the button. And he's 3-betting 60% of his hands. So that's super crazy, guys. Like, you can't fold. And he's 3-barreling, flop, turn, and river. 72%. So this is just crazy person. Like, you can't fold anything against this dude, right? How can you fold anything against this dude? So yeah, we limp, cool. Flop 2 pair, cool. Turn a full house, we have the call. He shoves river, how can we fold? We're not allowed to fold against this guy. How can we fold against this guy? We can have us beat sometimes, right? But this is one of those sometimes, I guess, right? It just all seems to happen at the same time when you're on a downswing. But that's the thing, you don't notice it when you're winning slowly, because you win 2 or 3 buy-ins and you lose 1 buy-in, you know? You win 1 buy-in, you lose 1 buy-in, you don't really notice. But when you like lose 1 buy-in, lose 1 buy-in, lose 1 buy-in, win 1 buy-in, lose 1 buy-in, etc., then you notice, right? Then you notice that shit. Raise, 3-bet. Is this the same dude? Yep, against the same dude. The crazy bastard that played last hand. He 3-bets us, as he would, with 60% of his hands. So we get to 4-bet aces against the 60% range. Fantastic. Get it all in. I hate getting it all in with aces. Recently, it just seems to always... This is exactly what's been happening over the last few weeks. I win a buy-in off somebody, heads up. Then next hand I get aces, I raise. They 3-bet, I 4-bet, they jam. And I just know I'm losing. I just know I have to lose that. I'm not... I hate getting the aces, but once they 4-bet, what are you supposed to do, right? I mean, I'm 63%, like I'm supposed to win, right? Okay, he has bottom pair. It's good. River's 2 pair. I mean, you have to... This is probably my Omaha, man. You have to fucking deal with this shit, right? Surely. Same guy. Same guy as last hand. Getting in with anything. So we're calling the 10s. Good flop for us. We have top pair, an open ender, and the nut blockers, right? So a good strategy here is to let him barrel flop and then like bluff raise the turn. So check, sure enough bets the flop, we call. Great turn for us. We have like straight second nuts, but we have 2 10s and we have a straight flush draw, right? So we pot lead the turn, which I don't actually like. I don't know why I do this. I think I should just check raise instead. So we pot lead the turn and he raises us. Like, really, bro? You really have queen 10, right? We have 2 10s, man. You really have queen 10? I mean, like, we have a straight flush draw. Like, fuck you, man. I'm going all in, man. Just in case you have like fucking 5-6 or like queen, or just 10-10. You never know. I cannot fold against somebody this fucking crazy. I mean, I've got a straight flush draw just in case he has queen 10. But I mean, can you really have queen 10, you know? Bang. Oh, Yes, he has Queen 10, and he has to have a flush draw as well, doesn't he? I mean, we hit a flush on the river, but he has to have Queen 10 with diamonds, right? Surely. What can you do in these situations, man? I mean, I probably shouldn't donk the turn, but I'm all in on the turn, whatever, man, because I'm laying in better turn than I'm raising. Or, like, I'm check calling the turn and, like, I'm raising most rivers anyway because it's so hard for him to have anything. So I'm going broke in that hand no matter what, man. Like, unbelievable, right? Ah, my favourite hand, double suited aces against somebody who likes to 3-bet 95% of their hands. 95. He's played 100% of his hands over 150 hands. He's raised 98% of his hands. And he's 3-bet 95% of his hands. Scandy Donk, man, you're my goddamn hero. So yeah, obviously we've got the nuts, man. We're all in, right? I mean, give us a break, right? Jack 10, 6, 7. Boom. What should we do? Flop him the nuts. Why not? Let's just flop him the nuts. Take it, take it, take it, you know? It's unbelievable, right? Limp. He limps. We 3-bet this hand. We bet pot and he min raises. We're still tilting. We're just whatever. But guys, look, we have a fucking wrap and a flush draw and a backdoor flush draw. He min raises us, we min raise him. So he's just raising us. We're all in. We're like, fuck it, man. Whatever. We've got to win a hand sooner or later, right? I mean, do you have to just always have the nuts? Yes. Okay. You can have the nuts. Well, we're still a favourite, guys. We're still a favourite, even against the nuts. Yeah? Bang. Let's just give him the 8 on the turn. Don't worry about it. Forget it. You know? Forget it. Fuck it. Life isn't fair, but Potling Omaha is definitely not fair. Right, back to this dude. Raise 3-bet. We could even just 4-bet here and just say fuck you, man. You know, we could just 4-bet and say fuck you. But we don't. Play it cautious. We'll wait until we flop bottom pair, straight flush draw, wrap, anything you fucking want, yeah. He bets, we raise. Guys, we just fucking got it. We've got it, finally, man. We've got it. What do you want to have? Yeah, just give him the nuts again, you know. Just give him the nuts. Seems reasonable, right? But look, we're still a favourite against the nuts. Still a favourite, you know. Bang. No, let's just, you know, forget it. Just give him. But we still even have a straight flush draw and a 6. We can just still hit the 8 of hearts or the 6 of diamonds. We're still drawing live, even though when he has top set and just... No, man. I mean, come on. If we can't hit on the flop when we're in favour, we're not going to be hitting on the river, are we, right? But it's just a very unreasonable situation, I believe. Very unreasonable situation, right? So, yeah, the hand before, this guy just sits at my table. First hand, I open, he 3-bets. I'm thinking, should I just fold? I don't have this guy's stats up yet, because my stats only pop up like a few hands after I start playing with them. So this is the first hand on the new table, right? So I'm like, nah, I'll just see a flop, because I'm tilted, remember? I'm just constantly tilting. So let's just see a flop. Let's flop a straight. He bets flop. I'm like, oh man, I don't love this situation. But let's just see what occurs, right? See the turn card. Ace on the turn. He's potting it. I'm like, man, I don't believe this dude. It just doesn't seem right. So I'm all in, man. I'm all in. What have you got? Flush draw, man. Flush draw. 73% to us. Pum! He gets there with the flush draw and the higher straight as well. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. That's the first hand I play against him. Boom! Then he just leaves the table. Like, thanks a lot. But my personal favourite. This one right here. This is my personal favourite. Open up. Get 3-bet. I mean, can we fold this hand? I don't know, man. We're not 100 big blinds deep, but we've got a nut suit. I hate folding nut suit. So let's just. The guy's 3-betting like 15% of his hands, right? So it's a high enough. It's high enough for him to 3-bet. So he black call. Pam. How is that for a motherfucking flop, guys? How is that for a motherfucking flop? Huh? Flop top pair, the nut straight, and the nut flush draw, which is also a straight flush draw. I mean, what the fuck, man? Can you imagine that shit? He pots it. We're just min raising because we're just fishes. We should never be min raising here, man. We should never be min raising here, guys. But as I said, I'm just on tilt, man. I said I'm not playing well at this point, man. Like, this has been like 3 weeks of torture or some shit, you know. I start off playing well in the sessions, but then by the end I'm just like fucking with. But I mean, guys, whatever. I mean, there's a difference between us extracting more value and, you know, I might not be playing well. I mean, this min raise, I should be just letting him bluff, but I mean, we still have the nuts and the nut redraw and everything. It's not like I'm making a bluff here, right? I mean, me playing badly, I'm just not getting as much value out of my good hands, right? No, he's just jamming, right? He has to have top set and the nut straight. Same hand as us, right? Same motherfucking hand as us. Sure, why not? I mean, at least we can just split the pot, right? Or, if I get lucky, I mean, I could just hit a club. I mean, but I'm happy just to split the pot, right? Very happy to split the pot. Nope. Give him the jack of clubs. There you go, sir. You can have this one. It's on the house. Right? Unfucking believable. That was my favourite one. Favourite one. Oh, this is my second favourite, I think. This is the hand. I mean, you can see the time here. Look, 11:39, right? 11:39 is... I had to deal with this situation. Right, 11:39:48. You know? And 11:40. So, like, 30 seconds later, I get this hand. 30 seconds later, right? He raises. I go for a 3-bet. I'm 3-betting like 13% of hands, which is a very reasonable amount. Right? He flat calls. Pam. Flop top 2. I mean, it's incredible, right? Just flop top 2. It's such a good hand. We're betting on the very large side. He's flat calling. Pam. We basically got the nuts here, right? He never has kings. So we bet small just to get a call from him with like all his flush draws he's got and everything. So he calls. Ace on the river. It's a blank. I mean, how can he have us beat? He never has aces. He rarely has ace-7 because like he didn't 3-bet. We 3-bet pre-flop. He didn't 4-bet. He never has aces, right? So we jam. What does he have? Pocket aces. I mean, look, raise, 3-bet. Do you 4-bet with your double suited aces? No, so you just flat call. Alright, you flip a flush draw, fine, I understand. Right, you're still flipping. Pam, we turn a full house. 5%, buddy. 5%. Yep, let's just give him the 5%. Why not? Seems reasonable, right? Seems reasonable enough. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Okay. Then we have this hand against the same dude. So this is 11:40 the hand. This is 11:48. So this is a few minutes after, shall we say. He raises. I'm 3-betting my aces. Flat calling. Pam. Whether to c-bet or not. Don't have to c-bet. And I was thinking checking would be better. But remember, we're tilting. We're like whatever. I'm probably just bet folding here, right? So, bam. We bet, he calls, I'm like whatever, I'm pretty much done with the hand, right? No, let's just give me the best motherfucking card to bluff, the 8 of hearts. We've got 2 9 blockers, and we've got an overpair, and we've got the nut flush draw. So like, how is this not the best bluffing opportunity in the world? Like, if he has Queen Jack, he might even just fold here, or would definitely fold on the river. Like, I don't think he has many Queens or Jacks, like sets, he just raises the flop. But even then, we might be able to get him to fold the river with them hands, right? And if he does somehow have 9-10 here, like I always think he's going to raise me, right? So anyway, we bet, he flat calls, river card, the 10. I mean, this is like fucking bonkers, guys. Now we have the 2 aces blockers, we've still got the 2 9 blockers, man. How can we not bluff here? We're like at the bottom of our range, we've got 1 pair. Like he has to fold Queen Jack, like he has to fold Jack King 10. He has to fold even sets here. Somehow he has a set. He has to fold. He has to fold. So we pot the river and then he jams. Like what the fuck, man? How can you have Ace King here? He's telling us he has Ace King. He has to have Ace King 10 to call the flop and turn. He has to have Ace King 10, even though we block The aces, you know, it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, but we have to bluff this hand, right? Very badly run. Very badly run. So this is a few hands after, still against the same guy. We're tilted. We're just like, fuck you, whatever. We're 3-bet. He flat call. We flop like, not much, but we're tilting, remember. We've got the advantage of tilt on our side, so we'll just smash the pot button, right? Smash the pot button. And he calls, fine. We're like, fuck it, whatever. I'm not even going to bluff this guy. Pam! 8 on the turn. Oh, shit, you give us the nut straight. You give us the nut straight. At this point, I'm like, whatever. 10 in there, 14 left. Pam! I'm just going to put it, man. I'm just going to fucking put it, man. He's got an open ender, man. Open ender. So he calls us with the open ender. Pam! Queen on the river, of course. We've got €3 left into €33. Fuck it, whatever, right? No doubt. No doubt. I mean, unbelievable. Unfucking believable. You can see. You can see the problem that I'm dealing with. But, you know, fuck it, basically. This is a weak hand. So I limp. Fine. I love it. I limp. It's a weak hand. I limp. I don't want to get 3-bet, right? He raises. Fine. I'm limp calling this hand. This is perfectly played. I don't want to raise fold it. I don't want to open fold it. I have to limp call. Oh, let's just flop a set. Fine. It's our turn to fucking win a hand, right? We're just raising a set, right? You know? We've got a set. Yes, he has a wrap and a flush draw, but we had a wrap and a flush draw earlier on, remember? Against the set of tens, you know. Well, you know, just saying. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. No. You're not getting my hint here. Hint, hint. No. That wasn't what we discussed. So we lose this one. Right, guys. Then we have this hand. Raise. 3-bet. Flat's cool. Same guy. Unbelievable. We flopped the nuts. Finally, we flopped the absolute nuts. Again. We flopped the absolute nut, guys. He pots it. We're like, fuck it. We don't care. We're getting it in all the time. Any pairs, anything. We've got the nuts, guys. We've got the nuts. Yeah, you can have whatever hand you want. We've got the nuts. Yeah. We've still got the nuts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we lost again. I mean, what are you going to do? How can you survive? I don't understand how a man can survive after all this shit. And guys, this is just the one account. I change accounts like all the fucking time. This was like over the course of, I don't know. I'll just play the last hand, right? Play the last hand. Same guy. I'm mega tilted against this guy. Fuck it, whatever. Raise, he 3-bets. We flat call. We flop top 2 pair. He bets. We should just jam it in. We'll just cram it in here, right? But I'm like, fuck it. I'm not folding any fucking turn. You know, I'm not folding any turn. Give him a chance to bluff, okay? So, pump. He bets. We call. Turn card, he bets. It was like, we've picked up. We've got top 2. We've got a gut shot straight draw. We've got the nut flush draw. Like, I'm just all in, man. I'm just all in. Oh, what did you have? Oh, pocket 4s. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense why you would, you know, 3-bet pre-flop, fine. C-bet the flop with just a pair of 4s, and I just stupidly flat call. You've only got 13%, you know. I just thought, I'll just let him bluff the turn. Yeah, sure. Pum! Just the 4. Yeah, just the 4, which is also a heart, which gives me the flush draw and a gut shot, coincidentally. And then we still have 38%, but no. Don't worry about that. We won't, yeah, we won't organise that kind of stuff. Guys, this is what I had to deal with, right? But the thing is, all of this is just over the course of like 11th, 5 days. All of this is just over 5 days, right? I had other accounts as well that I had before I even was on this downswing. So yeah, I'm almost busted pretty much. And it happens to the best of us, right? I mean, go broke, play more, get money, go broke, win more, etc. Highs and lows, right? But I'm not saying I'm the unluckiest player in the world. This shit happens to everyone. If you play Omaha for long enough, or even any poker game, right? Like, you are going to have just disgusting downswings. Like, you cannot do anything about them. Like, you literally cannot do anything about it. And it's gonna fucking sting sometimes. Sometimes it's funny. When it's unbelievably funny. And then sometimes you just have enough of it. And you just need to have a break, pretty much, you know? You just need to have a break, and it just makes so much sense, man. It's just a game of, you're just flipping so many times, you know? It's ultimate variance, man. But once you're in the downswing, you can't make any sense of it. But I can promise you, just looking at these hands now that I've played and made a video, it's already made me feel so much better. Even though I'm fucking whining and I'm posting a video about it, like, there's nothing I can do in that situation. And, you know, in some of the situations, like, my opponents didn't even do anything wrong. Like, you know, they just have unbelievable hands, like, getting there. Like, they haven't made any mistakes sometimes, you know, it's just complete setups. But it is a fun game, right? But I'm just saying, it's never worth putting your whole life into this. Like, your whole net worth. It can be painful and destroy a man. So me personally, I'm going to be having a break. I'm going to be playing a little bit, but I'm going to go back to like a real job, and I'm going to play higher stakes than like 20 PLO, because it's a bit. I need a new challenge. I feel like this is not challenging me enough. So I want to play like a lot higher stakes, and just like 1 or 2 hours a day. So I'm going to have a break for a while. I'll probably stream as well. I probably will stream like 1 hour a day. Like, I want to play 5-10. That's my goal, is to play 5-10 on PLO heads up. Or maybe 6 max, it depends what games they're running. I think I've got a good chance of winning some money. I'm not saying that I'm like going to crush 5-10, but like, I have played a little bit of 5-10 in the past, and I have played, you know, 2-4 and 3-6 a long time ago. I would be happy playing 5-10 heads up. I mean, I expect I won't be a favourite against most players, but I don't think I would be. Massively outclassed. And don't forget, you pay a lot less rake at higher stakes as well. So like, that will like counter some of the difference, right? But yeah, that would be more of a challenge to me. Like, I'd rather lose. I'd like to lose against someone and learn, and you learn from your mistakes. I think I'd rather lose to like a person than just pay loads of rake to a site, you know, because when you get crushed by somebody, you can actually learn from your mistakes. But having a big edge over someone but paying loads of rake is not really ideal. But somebody having like a small edge over you, but you're paying hardly any rake, and you're learning from your mistakes, is pretty good. But yeah, enough of me rambling, I would say. And I'm not saying I'm the unluckiest person in the world, guys. It doesn't just happen to me. Like, if you play poker long enough, that's why I don't like people saying like, oh, I'm the unluckiest player in the world. Like, I have fucking one hand or whatever. Guys, this was 5 days, right? And this was one account. It's like, I should have looked at my other accounts as well, because I have, before I changed my name, I have basically the same amount of hands, same shit happening, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not the unluckiest player in the world. It's part of the game, right? You just need to have a break. You just need to do something else. And I wish you all luck on your journeys. I will be back. I will be back playing the great game of Port Limit Omaha, right? But for now, I've done my pieces, and I just need a break because it's tilting. Plus, the other thing is, like, I quit smoking as well, like halfway through this, and I think that just made me go on fucking major tilt, because like, I so needed a cigarette and that. And what the fuck is that? Yeah, so I was like going on major tilt because I was quitting smoking, and I just needed, like, after 10 bad beats in a row, I just really needed a cigarette. I wasn't smoking, so kind of made it tougher for me, but I haven't actually. It's been a week since I quit smoking now, so I'm pretty proud of that. Something at least, but yeah, giving PLO a little break for a while, getting a job, and then after the new year, I'm going to start playing some 5-10 hopefully. Just take some shots at it, and if I keep failing, I'm just going to keep taking shots until one day it sticks, and then I start to get a big roll and shit like that, right? That's my goal, anyway, to just play 5-10 with like a 0 bankroll management. But I'll have a job, so it doesn't really matter. I've still got a bit of money, so you know, in savings, which I can get out. So it's possible. It is possible. But yeah, that's how for now, guys. It's been an honour. You can see in all these hands here that are marked, all these hands I've just been through, that my average all-in equity is 50.4%, which is really high because obviously you've got to remember sometimes it's going all in on the turn when there's already like so much in the pot. So you wouldn't even need 50%, you know, to break even. So my average all-in EV was like 50.4%, which is high enough, man. That's high enough to make money, but obviously it makes it clear that we are running bad. But yeah, anyway, enough of the rambling. It's been an honour. Don't worry, I'm not retiring from the great game of Polynet. I'm just stating, need a break. Need to crack some skulls, etc. And I'll be back. See you soon.